Our blue heart, a vital resource under threat. Our oceans are vast, they cover most of our planet. They are home to a dazzling array of life. From microscopic plankton to gigantic whales, the ocean teems with biodiversity. But our oceans are in danger. They face unprecedented threats from human activities. Climate change is warming our oceans. This warming leads to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities and ecosystems. Pollution from plastic waste, chemicals, and agricultural runoff is choking our seas. Overfishing is depleting fish populations and disrupting delicate food webs. The consequences of inaction are dire. We risk losing not only iconic species but also the vital services that oceans provide. Our oceans regulate our climate, produce oxygen and provide food security for billions. We must act now. The future of our oceans and indeed our planet depends on it. We must embrace sustainable practices, reduce our impact on marine environments and protect this precious resource for generations to come. The rising tide, climate change and our oceans. Climate change is perhaps the most significant threat facing our oceans today. As our planet warms, so do our oceans, absorbing vast amounts of heat trapped by greenhouse gases. This warming has profound consequences. One of the most visible impacts is rising sea levels. As glaciers and ice sheets melt at an alarming rate, the volume of water in our oceans increases. Coastal communities face an existential threat from erosion, flooding, and even permanent submergence. The warming waters also disrupt marine ecosystems. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are particularly vulnerable. Heat stress causes coral bleaching, leaving behind ghostly white skeletons. The changing ocean temperatures also affect marine life. Many species are highly sensitive to temperature changes and struggle to adapt. This disruption can lead to shifts in species distribution, altering the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. A toxic cocktail: pollution and marine ecosystems. Pollution is another major threat to the health of our oceans. Every year, millions of tons of plastic waste enter our oceans, forming giant garbage patches and endangering marine life. Sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, ingesting them with fatal consequences. Chemicals from industrial activities, agricultural runoff and sewage discharge pollute our waters. These toxins accumulate in the food chain, harming marine organisms and potentially even reaching our plates. Oil spills, while less frequent, can have devastating and long-lasting impacts on marine ecosystems. Noise pollution from shipping, sonar and seismic surveys disrupts marine mammals that rely on sound for communication and navigation. Whales, dolphins and porpoises are particularly vulnerable as their intricate acoustic world is drowned out by human-made noise. Addressing ocean pollution requires a multifaceted approach. We must reduce our reliance on single-use plastics, improve waste management systems and transition to more sustainable agricultural practices. International cooperation is crucial to tackle pollution from its source and protect our shared marine environment. Section 4. Safe havens, marine protected areas and conservation efforts. Despite the challenges, there is hope. Around the world, efforts are underway to protect our oceans and restore their health. Marine protected areas, or MPAs, are designated zones with restrictions on fishing, mining and other extractive activities. These underwater parks provide safe havens for marine life to thrive and recover. Sustainable fishing practices are essential to ensure that fish stocks are not depleted beyond recovery. By setting catch limits, using selective fishing gear and combating illegal fishing, we can protect fish populations and the livelihoods of those who depend on them. Restoration efforts are also underway to revitalize damaged ecosystems. Coral reef restoration projects, for example, involve growing coral in nurseries and transplanting them to degraded reefs. These efforts aim to rebuild these vital habitats and restore their ecological function. Technology is playing an increasingly important role in ocean conservation. Remote sensing satellites help monitor ocean health, track pollution and detect illegal fishing activities. Autonomous underwater vehicles, or AUVs, can explore the deep ocean, collect data and monitor marine life in ways that were previously impossible. Section 5. A global challenge, a collective responsibility, international cooperation and policy. Protecting our oceans is a global challenge that requires international cooperation. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, provides a legal framework for managing the world's oceans, but more needs to be done. International agreements are crucial to address transboundary issues such as pollution, overfishing and climate change. By working together, nations can establish marine protected areas, set sustainable fishing quotas and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Policymakers have a crucial role to play in enacting and enforcing legislation that protects our oceans. This includes regulating pollution, promoting sustainable fishing practices, and investing in research and conservation efforts. But it's not just up to governments and international organizations. Businesses, communities, and individuals all have a part to play in protecting our oceans. Section 6. Our ocean, our future, a call to action. The future of our oceans is inextricably linked to our own. A healthy ocean is essential for a healthy planet and a sustainable future for all. We must act now with urgency and determination to protect this precious resource. Each of us can make a difference. We can reduce our plastic consumption, choose sustainable seafood, and support organizations working to protect our oceans. We can educate ourselves and others about the challenges facing our oceans and the solutions that exist. We must never lose sight of the wonder and beauty of our oceans. They are a source of life, inspiration and endless fascination. Let us be the generation that turns the tide on ocean degradation and ensures a healthy and vibrant ocean for generations to come. The time to act is now. The future of our oceans and our planet depends on it.